Bucci is the hero, right?
Yes, he is. Because I'm like laying on my sofa right now, like just like okay, barely able to do anything. I'm also studying for my SIE guys, so I'm studying for my
Oh,
securities license, and that's what I did all weekend. So and taught the students this weekend. So I'm crazy. Like, I'm
Okay.
beyond tired. So Bucci, if you can tell me again what you heard, what you saw um, with the with
High
the
level.
high level, yes.
Okay. First of all, I got the name as Go High Level as well.
Mm-hmm.
Not just high level. It can either people interchange the names, Go High Level and High Level. That's one. Then two is a robust system that is kind of like a customer relationship management system that has all in one, both from customer engagement, from moving, like you have a customer journey from introduction, being a prospect to the end, where the person has been onboarded into a system that you have. It has um, other segments of it that has to do with social media. So all your social media handles can be on one, and you push it out from one perspective, towards all the channels that you want to push it out, like communication or design or whatever you're trying to give out to your audience. Then also it has an automation, so where you can program messages, on each level, each point of engagement or each of the customer journeys standpoint. So at every level, those things can be automated. When a customer or a client migrates from one level to the next, that message can be automated to go out to the customers, to continuously relate to um, the information that you want to get to the customer without doing it manually. Also, um, uh, it has an email aspect of as well fused in. And what else again?
It has courses, and
Okay.
it also has a store.
Okay.
So you can e-commerce, you can connect all of your payment
Yes, you can
gateways.
plug in payment to it as well.
Yeah.
Like the one I saw was the guy plugged in Stripe.
Yeah. Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
So
And
you can receive and create invoices
yes.
and create receipts as well from
Yep.
the same application.
Document. I think it now has a DocuSign, so you can sign documents and put signatures there, so you can create documents
Yes,
to
yes,
sign.
I think I saw that as well.
Yeah, so it's a full online business suite basically. And
Yeah.
so Eric, what'd you learn about it? Did you have a chance to look at it? Okay.
Tamisha, sorry. I have not gone into it, but you know what? Bucci is more confident than me, telling me, "Hey, Eric, it's easy to learn, right?"
Yeah.
So yeah, but I think once I get into the system and make some really explore it hand on, then we can easily catch up.
Okay. Well, this is eight businesses basically. So what I've started to have the reps do is they're developing their brand story. So Primerica already gives us our licenses. That's what the business pays for. It gives us landing pages, but there is no brand story and is limited as to why we are selling Primerica and why we and what audience we're trying to reach. And so that's what we're doing with the reps is developing their why and then
Okay.
fusing those pages into we're going to build pages on top of those landing pages to begin to direct traffic there and to make sure that all of the reps have social media and that they have content. So that's what they are doing. And really what they're doing is they're all paying like just this low bottom rate fee of like $40 a month just to cover the cost of the office space that I'm teaching from, and not I don't even think it covers the cost of the high level. And that was just because it was they were there. They didn't. They're really everybody. I'm 50, so they're most. I think I might be one of the youngest people there, and most of them are don't really use social media. Um,
Mm-hmm.
the company gives us social media, but that stock footage doesn't resonate well with the audiences that they're trying to reach. And it's underutilized. So what this project is about really, moving as a collective so that we move into the communities and we can actually do go attract some of the money from the wall of wealth. Majority of us right now are getting our securities license, and for it then to be a revenue generator for some of the other visions that we have. And so really what I want to do is bring out the visions. Why did they join Primerica? So like Miss Lossie has a special needs son, so she is really looking to be able to have people start when these children are born, disabled, to really start to put together a fund for them so that there is a fund for them, when the parents pass on. So that's her thing. Miss what was her name? Miss Lori, she took care of her parents, so she's a caregiver. So this silver tsunami is really basically bringing these stories to light and building an audience so that people understand, one, we already told this, we don't want to be met up in probate. So it's really about having each of these reps tell their story. And so I have their next class is brand story. Now you guys don't have to be there because I'm recording everything, and I can actually put in the chat with you, and you guys can go on to the YouTube to kind of see the training that's being done right now with Charlotte students who are currently right now utilizing each one of those, some of those features in high level.
Oh,
So, and
it's in YouTube.
yeah, it's on YouTube. Let me give
Oh,
you,
good, good.
let me see, let me see.
But Tamisha, one question:
Uh-huh.
is the ultimate goal for each rep is like a sale,
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
like
or
a
an
sale of
appointment.
a policy, be it term, be it it's like it's being monitored in the high level as well.
Right. But for us, what the goal is will be to develop the landing page, to make sure that to get them to start their social media accounts, connect it all to the landing page, and begin to create their infrastructure for telling their story. So I'm gonna
Yeah,
let
so
them get
because
their
yeah,
sale. But what
because
I wanted.
that's the one that they're that missing from for the reps and they cannot do it, right?
Right. Well, see, the thing about it is stock footage. So the company is giving us stock footage, which is great, but it's not going to
Yeah.
resonate with people who,
Yes, I agree. Yeah,
yeah,
got it.
it's gonna resonate with people who were once slaves. It's not gonna resonate with people who are consumers. It's not gonna resonate with people who don't know how money works. It's not gonna resonate with people who have special needs children when they see stock footage of people that don't look like them. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I
So
So,
you
Tamisha, one,
mhm.
one question. So, the landing page you talk about here will be on high level, right?
right.
So all of them will have access, like the way they create businesses on high level. Each of them will have like a portal or access or landing page on high level for each of the eight people you're talking about.
Right.
Okay, so they will have access to their own landing page. So what they will see will be different.
Right.
Okay.
And they'll connect their stories up. And so the way that I have it is like for instance, let me share my screen with you guys, and let me share some stuff with you.
Yes.
um
So if I analyze this, for example, if Bucci and I are the reps, take for example, so we will be building our own story as reps. We will be requiring a landing page so that when we're talking to people, it this is my landing page. It builds credibility, etc. Right? And all the stories that they can tell.
Right. And so
Okay.
and you have to think about it and they're going to build that. So I'm teaching them how to use Chat GTP. So they're going to use they're going to give all the content. And so they're going to give the content. I've got these students now working on cyber bears, and they're working on community educators on another campaign, using email sequencing,
Okay.
using they haven't done landing pages yet, creating a 30-day marketing plan. And so they might not be at the they will have used some of the tools when you start working with them, so that when we finish, that each of the at the end of the semester, my goal is to have each of the reps to have a landing page and connected social media and a 30-day marketing plan. And so what we might do next semester is put the marketing plan together. But at the end, I want everybody to have a landing page with connected social media accounts to it.
Okay. So that's more or less like the low hanging fruit for us.
Right. Yep. That's the low hanging fruit. I don't want to tire nobody out. I don't want to. I don't want to. And do it in space, so that they get to see it. So hold on, let me see, what was I about to show you? Okay, I was going to show you how how I incorporate Primerica into what it is I do. Can y'all see my screen? Let me stop sharing. Can you see the cyber bears?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so I incorporate. So this is what I do with the TMT Youth Community Foundation, right? So the TMT Youth Community Foundation has several programs, and one is a Cyber Bears program. So I don't come in and say, "Hey, come buy Primerica from me," because my audience knows I've been working with children for quite some time. So I created a Smart Mom program. And the reason I created this was because last semester, I mean, the last time I was doing robotics, we were doing it with this organization called First, which is the number one after school robotics program in the country. So the
Okay.
woman who was over the program gave us an engineer, and they really didn't want the black kids to come in there and win. Really, just they were sabotage. They built us a crappy robot. They really wanted to just take the grant money and just push us out the way and only have us for a grant cycle. Of course, I didn't know that when
Mm.
I signed up, but they actually utilized this husband and wife team whose child was disabled, and they were going through so many financial problems because the father had lost his job. And
Okay.
so I was like, oh wow, they sabotaged the team, or got the parents to sabotage the team because the dad was broke. The parents are going through so many problems. They had a suicidal child, they got financial issues, and the only thing the father could do was just look at me and be like, I could do what she's doing. And I wasn't even really getting paid to do what I was doing. I was doing it from a place of love.
Mm.
My husband takes care of me. So nobody can, a man can't come in and do it, especially if you're trying to support the family. So he just got, and I said, okay, I saw a need with that situation. And that need was, we just could not uh, uh, take care of the needs of the children. We had to take care of the needs of the whole family.
Yeah.
We had to be able to do some economic development work around the parents, because when we came across a situation like that, I mean, I really felt sorry for this guy. I mean, he attacked me. They actually stole the robot, and was just like, okay, whatever. I'll just start my own competition. There's not even gonna deal with this. But it taught me something. We have to offer the parents something if they want to participate. There was nothing for me to say. Like, I'm like, hey, I'm a Uber. If I gotta make money, I will Uber. If I gotta make money,
Mm.
I will go to the grocery store and do those delivery types of things. But he was a
Yeah.
man. He had worked for MIT. He was really caught up in his manhood, couldn't provide for his family. And so I said, okay, this Prime America thing with the securities and the finance, we can redirect parents and be able to give them that added space, because the company basically pays for you for this second career. So I created this program, and this one is called Smart Mom. I'll create a smart dad too, but I do have a woman in Reedsville that's willing to sign on right now, and this program is about a smart mom. Smart Mom Coordinator is a parent, mentor, or community leader who supports youth with encouragement and structure, mentors students in leadership and life skills, advocates for resources, partnerships, and opportunities, raises awareness about robotics, STEM, and financial literacy, teaches resilience, teamwork, and long-term planning. Why? And it says why become. You can download the Smart Mom Handbook here. Then you can it's different ways you can earn money with this. tiered incentives for coordinators. We're basically going to give these moms 10% of the money that's generated if they help us sign up teams. But if they become
Mhm.
licensed, they get 15%. If they become securities licensed, they get 20%. If they become mortgage licensed, they get 25%. So here I built in Primerica into the my page. It doesn't say Primerica on here anywhere, except for when you fill out this form, it takes you to my IBA tool that then says, hey, here's the process to get those licenses, and that's through Primerica.
Oh,
See,
So you
wow.
make it more relatable, right?
right,
Yes.
right.
Because
So,
if it's Pan America, they will not look at it, right?
right, right.
Uh, Got it, got it.
So here is, and so if you look at the Smart Mom Handbook, so I put a Smart Mom Handbook here, and then I download it, especially with that within our market, within the American Black market. We're looking at a market of people that are consumers, and so you download the handbook, and it tells you, hey, how you get the light. And I don't think here it even tells you anything about Primerica. It just tells you, hey, get the license. It's not up until you go through and fill out this application on the back end that now you're being directed to come into Primerica and come into the calls that we have that's a part of Primerica.
Mm.
So your process of getting licensed is coming in and talking to Miss Stella because she has a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday Zoom call where they're calling and they're presenting it as an opportunity. And usually because the moms want the robotics so bad, and if they are in need of another income, it becomes more like, okay, I'll try that out.
Yeah.
Especially if I'm going to build an audience by bringing robots, because there's always going to be people for the competitions. So you don't really have to work as hard to go find these people because they're there. And this is a model that I used when I was working with with um, with um, Modern Women of America, because this is they always held events with with Modern Women of America, with the Women of America. They always had community leaders bringing people together, and usually with insurance, they know, hey, we get 20 people in a room, one somebody gonna need some insurance. One
Exactly.
some Yeah, and if you're dealing with parents of small children, they need a 529 plan. Right, right. So the younger you can get those parents in that age of 20, because I'm gonna bring out their age group, 25 to 55. I'm bringing out that age group of moms of children. So I'm engaging communities with robotics. So you're gonna find somebody there that has never heard the fact of how money can work for them. And then when we tie
Yeah.
that into the event, we be so that once we get them to the event, Modern Women is, Primerica is now a sponsor. So we can put the banners everywhere, and we can say, hey, we can have commercials everywhere, and then we can say put tables everywhere and find a rep, because then we begin a culture of, what are you doing with your money? Is your money earning interest? What's the long-term plan for your money? You start saving now, you'll be a millionaire. You ever heard of the rule of 72? Where, so we start to give those principles in that space.
So the first thing is to get them into the door.
Right,
And once they walk through, then other things that your package will now start being introduced.
right. And so each one of them will have a different door. And that's what they are learning right now with the brand story. So their class next Tuesday will be about brand story. The two classes, one class is in person, the other class is online. So they're going to talk about their brand story. And then when I have them live Thursday, then they're going to give me content of the brand story. And then I'll put it in Zenfolio. And then we'll use that to be able to have a video on their landing page. That might come next semester.
Okay.
But this semester, we're going to build a landing page. We're going to at least build a landing, and if we have 8 landing pages, that's really good. Maybe a email sequence behind the landing page. I'm happy with that for all 8 participants, and then that way, you kind of get, and then you guys get to manage the students that we have from other schools, because we might be able to I don't know how big. I don't know. I haven't seen their work yet. So they're just so happy right now to learn about Chat GTP and to see how Chat GTP is working because they've never seen it before.
Okay.
Does this make sense?
Yes, it does.
You guys
Uh,
kind
yeah,
is it,
Tamisha, how's the conversion from this landing page to converting them into a rep?
we well, I mean, we don't know. This is trial. This is, what I can tell you is that I utilize this process with Modern Women of America. And this is when I was first building out TMT. And we sold so much insurance that I got insurance to Modern Women, and that was like 10 years ago. And several of my team members got insurance with Modern Women. And the reps were so happy with me, they actually flew me out to They actually flew me out to St. Louis, gave me 5 chapters because they were in a market that they could normally get into because I normally deal with Black and brown people. And
Okay.
so the rep that was actually doing, they wanted me to get my license at that time, but I still had so much building to do. And then I really wanted to be able to, once I got I mean, I was the only it was I went to the convention. It was like me and this one Black man from Mississippi. There was no other Black people in Modern Women outside of myself. So I wanted to be able to be with my people when I did this, because once I did this from a space of making money, and then my mentor, he was a Black man in insurance. So I'm very cognizant of making sure that that dollar flows around into communities that are disadvantaged so that these people are not left behind with this robotics that's coming and only a third of the workforce needed. So I wanted to make sure that I did it from a community space.
Okay.
And they did a very good job. And so now this is I want this to be on steroids. And then they're seeding into the organization, not like Modern Women was, but it's the beginning of them understanding how to do group economics.
Nice, nice.
Okay. And so this is a page that was actually created inside of High Level. This is a High Level page. So here's a form that's on that page. Here is, here are the tiers. Here is the social sharing where they can come in and actually share this to Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Pinterest. And so that's probably what I'm going to ask that each page do, is probably have some type of sign up form, have some type of social sharing, be able to provide a download information that gives more information, and and so we can just start building out that. Like I said, each person should at least have a landing page, by the end of the semester with those
Okay.
features.
Okay, got it.
Any more questions? Any more questions?
Bucci, I think Tamisha is tired now, right?
She needs to take some time out.
Yes.
But for me, there's no question. I think I've gotten a hang of, I've stringed up all the things that I've been loose before to make some meaning. So the first thing is to get them to the landing page,
Yep.
have them tell their user stories,
Yep.
and connect them to the social media handles.
Yep.
That's the major thing to achieve.
Right. And see,
Yeah.
this is social sharing, but they should have social media, their own Facebook, LinkedIn at the top.
Yes, I
Yep.
understand.
Yep. Yep.
Yep.
Mm.
Yep. Yep.
But yeah, for me, Tamisha, I really appreciate you showing this because I'm a visual person, so I really appreciate when you say, "Hey, you do this as your landing page and you tell that story." So I now understand what's the goal for our project. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, and do you think it's doable? Y'all have what? How many weeks? 8?
I think we have about 8 weeks now, yeah?
Okay. Okay. And
Yep.
so what'll happen is, okay, so this week, just I do have the Charlotte students coming through. I already have started to they have already started to put some of their stories, and let me put that into the drive so you can see it. They have already started to put some of their stories together, the first team, so I can share that drive with you so you guys can have it. And if you guys want to go ahead and start working on it, so that when you get the second, when I send over the students from UNC Charlotte or however, you guys can come into their class and or I can just hand them the information that you guys may need help with so that they can assist in the project, however you want to do it. That's, that's just let me know and let me send you over the stuff. Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, let's see. I forget where everyone is. Okay, I think they might be in the TNT Youth Community Foundation. Okay, okay, yeah, here it is. Okay, so yeah, this is Miss Stella. Brand story, building financial freedom, everyday family. So her brand story was brand story, building financial freedom for everyday families on main streets across America. Hardworking families live paycheck to paycheck, juggling bills, debt. So she's just going for the whole Main Street story. So that's a story of rural communities, really. I don't know if she knows that, but I'll have to let her know. Miss Lossie, her work is about her brand story is about Mrs. Lossie's brand story. She joined Primerica Thriving Business to focus on security and investments. Who she serves: I serve families and caregivers of differently abled individuals, especially those raising children with intellectual and developmental disabilities. These families not only need financial literacy, but also clear guidance on how to secure their loved ones' futures. So you may want to just start at least looking for the pictures for stuff like this. What kind of pictures are you going to use with this? So if I was you, I would just start, I'll put this in the chat and read through it so you can kind of start looking for pictures to be, or start to find pictures or picture generators to be able to say, okay, what pictures are we going to use for this? Because, to tell a story, you're going to need pictures. And I usually go to Canva. Do you guys have Canva accounts?
Yep.
Yeah, I do have. Yeah.
Okay, so you may want to just start to go to Canva accounts and then assign, and then so that way we'll at least have like one of them done because they've got some of the framework here, and I would actually start to put together some assets for the pictures based upon the brand story that they're telling. So I think because once you start copying and pasting the stuff to the to the landing page, you're gonna need pictures to tell the story.
Yeah.
So I would start there, and I'll make sure that let me send you guys this folder. Put your emails in the chat so I can add you to this. Yeah, I was thinking.
Uchi, can you add my email?
Yes.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Eric Anteno dot at Gmail, right?
No,
Okay, I'll look for it now. I'll look for it now.
no, that's E Antenor 63.
E,
Antenor 63
yes,
at
at
gmail.com.
Gmail.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tamisha, just just one comment, right? For example, going back as an example, if I am the rep, right? And my story is that when I shared to you that both my parents died in a critical illness, then if I am the rep, that's my branch story. That my focus is probably like critical illness, with families, etc. Right?
Right. Right.
Oh, good. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, because I mean, you might say, okay, well, I want because I'm so passionate about that. I want to seek those individuals out, or I want to be able to, I want to be able to work with those families that's been through that and prepare them and cover them so they don't have to go through it again. And
Exactly.
you may want to find two or three because you're gonna gravitate to them and be able to authentically be that person that can help them, through these,
Connect.
yeah, to connect because it's about the connection. And then you can tell that story. That's a story that you can tell.
Right.
Effortlessly,
Right.
right?
Right. Without, without it being anything that's like, okay, I'm not comfortable with this. That comes from an authentic place.
Mm-hmm.
And so people are going to gravitate to you because you have that, they sense that is genuine.
It comes naturally.
Yeah.
And it's authentic, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's authentic. And it doesn't feel salesy. If I've got parents who are experiencing or who want their children to be in robotics and looking out for their child's future, it makes sense to get a 529 plan. Like, I have Modern Woodman's products as someone, as a business owner, because somebody's like, "Are you insured?" What? Well, an insurance rep called me one time off the phone when I was working with Modern Woodman, but then another person connected me to more to insurance plans for my children, and I needed it. So if we're around people that wants to do robots, it just makes sense for us to be able to go ahead and put them up on a 529 plan.
Okay.
So you guys have this folder, and I will create this folder. So you want to go through this folder, and then let me show. I will let me see you the YouTube links, so you can see kind of how I'm getting the kids to actually pull this content together, and you can kind of see how I walk them through being able with ChatGPT to act, and the same kind of training that I'm giving the reps. You can kind of see what that looks like. So let me put that in there too. I think it was receiving individual services and a roadmap to have them be able. Okay, so I think you guys got that training. Hold on. They would actually store their curriculums here. And then we looked at, let's see, hold on, let me find that. Okay. Educators. TMT mentees.
Hi, my name is Raheem. Hi, my name is Raheem.
Okay, so let me see. Which set of students did I do this for last time? I think it was, let's see the playlist. TMT mentees. Videos. Let's see. UNC Charlotte. Okay. Kickoff. Summary. Tech. Cavendish. NAIT. You guys are on here too. Let's see. I think this is. Let's see the content discusses community education aimed at equip students at that part students develops. Okay, I think this might be it. Let me see.
Exposure and experience.
The customer time. And so
This mission by equipping everyday leaders to create extraordinary
that we can actually sell group with let me see. I don't know if I've uploaded it yet. I think was it was a group that didn't meet. Did I upload it? Oh, that's kickoff. That's not the kickoff. That's not the kickoff. Okay, I may not have. Okay, hold on. Let's see. This is Sanjana. It might be this. I did this with them too. Let's see what happens. Okay, so they're on pictures and logo. Then get. Okay, don't worry about that. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Make it your own this week, and then next week we'll put it into. I'll train you on high level. Do look high level up and tell me what you guys see about high level. Okay,
Yep.
so let's see. Okay, so upload, I think I went through for the search. Okay, and then there's an automation process. That's like, thank you for your purchase. And then that we're working on. Okay, don't worry about it. But you guys have got that because what I'll do is we will have a live meeting next Tuesday. I'll record that. And so then that way you
Okay.
get to see a process of what they're doing when they're going through to get their brand story. So if you have to go through that process, you can kind of watch that. And it's just
Okay.
really, do you guys use Chat GTP?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So
Yep.
it's just yeah. So it's just using prompts. It's saying act as a marketing director and be able to give me your brand story, be able to give me a 30-day marketing plan, be able to give me a landing page, be able to give me. So we're asking chat to be able to create the story and then training chat to be able to be their marketing consultant and be able to spell out a campaign for them and we're using the keywords of customer journey because you guys went through the customer journey, right?
Yeah.
So we're asking it for email. So we're using those buzzwords that come from customer journey to be able to tell it to act as that, and then saying, "Hey, give me an SEO strategy. Hey, give me a digital content strategy. Hey, give me the all those buzzwords that's in that first slide that I told you. We're using those buzzwords to be able to create what's going to be on the pages.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay, thank you so much, Tamisha. That's a lot.
it is.
Yeah, it's not obvious that you're tired, right?
I'm
Yeah,
like
you're
laying
you're
on my sofa, but it's like when I do this, people are like, "What? You don't have the background? You don't have the lights?" And I'm like, "Not today. I'm on the sofa." So yeah, but you understand. You kind of
okay. So
is it
we'll do that. Yeah.
is it becoming more clear for you, crystal clear?
Yeah, it's
Yes.
getting clearer.
Okay.
So we'll look at all that we have done today, and I and Eric will have a chit chat and see how we can put something together and we can create a working plan for what we have.
Okay. And whatever you do is now that you have the drive, you can like if you come in and you put assets in for like Lossy, go into the drive and put them in the drive. That way I can take you guys out of ClickUp so much and I can save that money there and we can go into the drive and I can just use the drive. I mean, I can just use ClickUp to be able to keep track of the work that you guys have and then you guys can take that over to what was it, your whatever you're using,
Jira.
yeah, to be able to make sure to bring it back to me so you can say, hey, this is project management and be able to make sure that the professor has what they need for you guys to say how you manage this project
Okay.
through Agile, whatever the name of the course is. Okay,
All
so
right.
all right, well, y'all
Okay.
have feel good. Y'all have a good night.
We
You too. Have
will.
a good night, Tamisha.
Okay, you too. And drive safe.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bucci, for keeping us on track.
No problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Buchi, thank you so much. I'll catch up with you, Buchi, later. Okay.
All
All right.
right.
All right.
Take
Bye-bye.
care.
Thank
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.